Good morning, students. Yesterday we discussed Animals poem, and today we will discuss Amanda for extracts. And I hope you must have revised it. This is a good poem, especially for teenagers like you, because somewhere Amanda represents you. Look at the introduction. Every child feels that he or she is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or another. You too may feel that your freedom is cut short. Write down some of the things you want to do, but your parents or elders do not allow you to read the poem aloud from pairs. Okay, so this is what is the problem, what is the theme of the poem. Theme of the poem is teenagers desire to get freedom and elders interference in that. Somewhere in the poem there is a message for elders also, that they should also avoid unnecessary nagging and unnecessary instructions. Now see, don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. One question we can ask you here is, who must be talking to Amanda? Mother or some other caring elder must be talking to Amanda. Next question, what can be Amanda's ace? Amanda must be a child or a teenager because the mother is giving a lot of advice to Amanda. Which qualities of mother or the speaker are coming out from the stanza? The qualities which are coming out, qualities of the speaker which are coming out are bossy and authoritarian on one side, but caring also on the other side. Okay, authoritarian because she is giving instructions to Amanda to do this and not to do that, and caring because she cares about Amanda. All these are bad habits which she is telling Amanda to stop. Then we can ask you one factual and straightforward question. What does mother tell Amanda to do? She tells Amanda to stop slouching and to sit straight. What does mother tell Amanda not to do? She tells her not to bite her nails. She also tells her not to hunch her shoulders. Next stanza. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. First question we can ask you is, why do you think these lines have been written in bracket? Answer is because the speaker has been changed here, and moreover speaker is not speaking these lines to anyone. This is her imagination. Then who is the speaker here? The speaker here is Amanda. Where does Amanda imagine herself to be and why? Amanda imagines herself to become a mermaid and to move in a sea because she wanted to live away from her mother, where nobody stops her from doing what she wants to do. What do you mean by languid emerald sea? Answer is, emerald is a green color gem. So sea is looking green because of the small plants and because of moss perhaps. And languid actually means lazy. In the connection of sea, we can say empty or vacant beach where many people are not there. So she wanted to live alone. She wanted to enjoy her freedom. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Who is the speaker? Mother again is the speaker. Why do you think there are so many questions in the stanza? Because mother wants Amanda to be tidy and to finish her work in time. some other questions can be there. Which qualities are coming out, so that will be seen. Fine. I'm an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Again, the same question, why the lines are in bracket, and answer is also seen. What does Amanda imagine herself to be this time, and why? This time she imagines herself to be an orphan. See, orphan. See, look at, see how much she is troubled by the nagging of her mother, that she wants to become an orphan. Why? Because she wants to be away from the nagging of her mother. What will she do with her feet? She will make some patterns in the soft dust in the feet with in the streets with her feet. The silence is golden, means she does not want to talk to anyone. Freedom is sweet. She wants to become a mermaid or an orphan or somebody else just for the sake of freedom. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? Speaker, mother. What does mother tell Amanda to do? She tells her not to eat chocolate as it can increase the problem of acne for her. Do you think Amanda is paying attention to mother? No. That is why mother is saying that Amanda should look at her when mother is speaking. What does it show about Amanda's attitude towards mother? Amanda is ignoring her mother and is trying to give her the feeling that her nagging, her speaking has no effect on her. See, I am Rapunzel, I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. Whom does Amanda want to become this time? She wanted to become Rapunzel. Who was Rapunzel? Rapunzel was the name of a character in an imaginary story. And Rapunzel locked herself in a high and lonely tower because she wanted to live alone. Why does Amanda want to become Rapunzel? Because Amanda also wanted to live alone in freedom. So she also wanted to live all alone in a tower. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You're always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Speaker, again, mother. What is Amanda doing? She is sulking, means she is ignoring her mother, and she is very, very moody. She does not want to listen to what mother is speaking. Still, mother continues to give instructions because she feels it her duty to teach good habits to her daughter. So she continues speaking even in spite of being ignored. Alright, so prepare the poem well, and tomorrow you will get a grammar exercise. Thank you.